Hey neighbors, we're out here at the compound today. It's a little bit misty. And we have to get ready for electricity. So the electricity has to come off of those wires here. This is the road. And it's gonna run kind of along this. It has to be 20 feet off the edge. Down here, the flat part, our pasture part, curves into the tree line here. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to shave this tree off just a little bit here. We're going to take out this. I think that's a juniper bush. Might be a cedar tree. I haven't looked at it closely. And then we're going to take out this big one, and I think that one, this one. We're going to take those off to kind of push this back because they're actually very much leaning this direction. And we're going to push those back so that we can put our poles, again, 20 feet off about right here, and then we can run them down, and then they're kind of straight into our land, straight back to the shed that's going to go there and the house that's going to go here. So we are going to spray paint the trees to mark which ones we are getting rid of.
I can shake my balls.
Teenage boys, I tell you what. So we have marked, you can see the yellow there. We've marked this tree coming in a little bit. The reason that these guys here, first of all, this one in the middle is dead. It's actually leaning on this tree right here, which is an oak tree, but it's got a bunch of holes in it. It's dying. This one here, again, see, it's very crooked. It's leaning towards me right now. And that's what these all are too. They're leaning towards us. There's another couple back here that are dead. These are just little skinny, scrawny, so it doesn't matter. And we don't want them to interfere with the electricity. That guy, this is, again, I didn't go look at it. It's dead. I should look. It is actually, it's not a bush like I thought it was. I thought it was a juniper bush. It is actually fallen over, cracked in half. So I'm sure it's a cedar tree, which is probably what this one is too. So it's going to come down, and then this big one that's leaning over is also going to come down. All the rest of it is going to stay for now unless it is dead. There is at least one tree right down here that is a honey locust. They have the thorns of death. That one will be eventually cut down. There's one or two of them down there next to each other. And then around the edges, all over in the back, we won't see them as much right now, but we have privet everywhere. Howdy neighbors. It is Saturday morning. We are at the compound. And, I drink a protein shake in the morning for breakfast. And one of the things I have to have I have to take daily is MCT oil. I'm going to cough again. Anyway, it is oil. So if I get if I don't shake up my protein shake enough as I drink it, it kind of coats your throat a little bit and it makes me cough. Not to mention, I have the window open and my Ricky, love her, she's beginning to stink. So that means that she's, the fuel burn ratio is off a little bit. And we've noticed, she's starting to blow smoke a little bit, which is ungood. So right now we're in the back corner. This is where we've stored, a friend was cleaning out a bunch of stuff, and so she got us some, fence posts. These have concrete at the end of them. We can set those somewhere. We've got some wood that's already cut up a little bit. And then, I don't know if we can see it in the back. We've got a door back there and some fencing. And so the boys are unloading some more fencing. Let's see if I can turn this around. There, they're unloading the few rolls of fencing. We had some at our house, and then she had extras at her house, and she is moving to another state, and so she's just basically kind of getting rid of everything. So they are gently unloading. It is a little bit later than I wanted to get here. I wanted to get here, I wanted to leave about 8, and we didn't leave until about 9 by the time we finished getting everything packed. And I think it's going to rain on this side of the world. So supposed to be like 73 degrees today, I think, but the rain is coming. And when I look at the radar, I check to see what the weather says to me, like what they tell me it's going to do, and then I check the radar to see what I feel like it's actually going to do. So the radar looks like we're going to get a sprinkling or so at 1, and then it's going to rain starting at 3. What the weather app tells me is that we are going to get wet at 5. So Shane gets off work at noon, and then Hayes gonna come straight over here. Yesterday, the boys walked up upon this, and this is an egg that is very flimsy, which typically means like a snake egg, and there is kind of a hole. See a hole right there, and there's actually another snake egg, or an egg down in there. We think they're snake eggs, so we're gonna leave him alone, but neat with them. Anyway, what I wanted to kind of suggest to those who don't always think outside the box, here's what, so say this tree looks like from the outside. See, this is what we're looking at. Whereas if we take just a little bit of a walk.
What? We switch?
Just finish for a minute or do something else for 5 seconds. And if we go back here, look at it from this direction. See how much closer you can get to the actual trunks of the trees. See how much better it is that you don't have to fight with all of the leaves or needles or greenery that is out front. So sometimes we need to come at it from the back, from the inside out, from the other direction. And we can get them down. This one's coming down next. This, I'm 100% positive is poison ivy, that big line right there, because that's what it do. It vines up. So any of that you touch, any of that down there that you touch, will get you poison ivy. Hi, these are great. Big pair of cutters, and I stuck them in here to see if this anthill was still alive. We have ant killer. There's a lot of ant hills in this property, so we have ant killer in the car or in the truck, and I need to know if I need to go get it, so I stuck it in there. And yes, this one's very much alive. This one back here, I also broke up a little bit. You can see there was a few ants over here. But mostly this one is dead. See how they don't just immediately pour out of there? So this was a previous hill. But this one just 5 feet away. Very active, and I will be going to get the ant killer. Everybody knows how much I attract fire ant bites. Amanda's salve, get it, rub it on, first sign of bites. It works, I have proof. You know, people often complain about how they can't because I can't do this because I can't do that because it's horseshit. There are times I will have a conversation and say, well, I can't do this yet because something else has to happen first. You know, you can say things like I'm not able to drive my kid to school if I don't have a car. Things like that. You need to get a car. But this is different. This is, I could never X, Y, and Z because. So if you guys have been following, you know that our house burnt down a couple years ago. So you go down to nothing. And I come from a Mennonite background. My mom and dad weren't really but my dad's family was. And so grandparents and extended family. And even my mom still grew up with a family that every Sunday went to like an aunt's house, and they all had, you know, Sunday meal after church, and Sundays were family time and together. And anyway, we collected things, we baked, we bought pans, you know, we had canning supplies. In a matter of hours, all that's gone. And I mean, gone. Like, gone. So just for a little experiment, think for a second. Ladies, I say bathroom. Men, I say garage. Sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and write down every single last thing that's in your bathroom. Everything. Write down everything that's in your garage. Write down everything that's in your teenage boy son's room. It's tough. And that's what you have to do to claim insurance on anything. And our insurance was from when we bought the house 12 years ago. And trust me, it didn't keep up with inflation. So this is what we do. I'm all about the do what we got to do. And some people will say, you're doing it the hard way. That's all we got. We do have a chainsaw that I think they have to get a new bar for it. I don't run the chainsaw anyway. If you've met me, you know that they don't give me knives because knives are a bad idea. I don't know if it's I try to do too many things at once or what the deal is, but I tend to cut myself. So here, we can see it. We're using a good old-fashioned axe, which is an amazing full body workout. And I love, I have pictures somewhere that I'll see if I can throw up in here of, I think I do, of when I cut down a huge tree in our backyard with an axe. It was probably at least 8 or 10 years ago. And what happened was, it was a, we call it the spiky death ball tree. What are they? It's a nut. Chestnut. It's a chestnut tree. And they drop these golf ball sized balls, but they have spikes all over them. And I just thought, you know, somebody's gonna get that in their foot. I don't want this tree here anymore. So I cut it down. So that's what we're doing. Water breaks. We're chopping trees down with axes. This one over here is, if I can, this one right here is, he almost has it down. There's one like leaning across, kind of behind the trailer right here. This one right here. We're getting the axe and we're chopping it down because that's how you eat an elephant. And this is our elephant. We have to move over here, and we've got the septic installed. We've got the well installed. We don't have a well pump yet, and we can't get electricity here until we clear this. So we're doing what we have to do. We're coming over here on a Saturday when most people would be wanting to be in front of the TV. We don't have, well, we have a TV, but we don't have cable. We have whatever channels our antenna will get, which is like the Mystery Channel or something. And we're working hard, and we're doing what we have to do in order to get what we want. And it's not fun. And they already have scratches and are bleeding. And this one here has decided that he wanted to step on a honey locust spike, and it went through the side of his boot and into his foot. And he pulled it out, and he's like, not a big deal. And then he was like, it still hurts. So he took his boot off to check, and there was still a piece in there. So our running joke is, we're bleeding, so we get to quit. And Mom's running joke is, no, it's not how it works. So push forward, do something, step forward, figure out how to make your dreams happen. We're out here hustling. I typically don't go to bed until 10 or 11 because we're hustling, because we're working on the computer, because we're uploading things, because we're working. And I know that's not forever, but that's for us to get our dream, to make it over here, to live here by next Christmas. The bottle he has on is at the counterweight. It helps. Yell it! Oh, yell it!
It's not moving.
Well, you gotta get one more, dude, and then you gotta yell timber, because those are the... Just yell it, come on, kick it, or hit it one more time.
You yell.
No, you yell. No, gotta yell it. I know it. Oh, I'll take over.
Hey, it's my turn.
It's not fair, Lance. I got it all the way there. No pressure. Lance wants to take over. He's like, I want to come in for the last 30 seconds.
Steal of glory. My heart's beating so fast.
I told you, it's a full body workout. And everybody's like, it's just an X. It's not hard. It is when you put your whole freaking body into it.
Timber!
That's why you make a relief cut on the front. We did, and we just didn't do it far enough. It was kind of in the wrong spot. Yay!
Hey,
I would say don't jerry rig it. There's that nice dead tree. Ta-da! You deserve a 30-second water break.
Since you cut
Yes.
it down, you gotta move it to the burn spot.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
The rain is coming. It's not here yet, thank goodness. We've got a brush pile going. Those guys, I'm gonna haul the brush pile next. We brought in the big guns. He had to get a new bar for the cheese. So we've got 3 of the main ones down. We have those 5. And like at least one of them I think is already dead and kind of leaning. And then we have that guy. And that guy's the only one that I'm really kind of worried about. I just don't want it to go the other direction, but most of the weight is coming this way. Obviously, so we'll take it down when the truck is not in the way. Ta-da! But we also got the deck for our lawnmower welded, and so we're going to get the deck put on. And that way we can kind of be doing some multitasking and knocking this down while we're doing some other things. He's going to get that limb taken care of right over here real quick. So we came over here and we found a big hole. We're about getting ready to mow. We're trying to figure out what it is. There's a big old hole right there. I'm gonna guess armadillo. And all of the dirt has come out here. So we're gonna fill this hole back in. Pray that nothing comes out and eats us. We'll probably spray paint it, mark it somehow so that we can see if it's still that way when we come back. And then right there is a rather large anthill. Oh, it's active, so we're gonna go get the ant killer and sprinkle it on that. You know, they're gonna be out here, which sucks because they have to be in the middle of, you know, they have to be 20 feet away. This is another reason why I didn't want power lines to begin with. Because do you see all this wasted space? I mean, so from here to here, they have to come out clear out to here, which sucks because they're right down the middle of your road. But hopefully we're going to plan so that we don't have to keep them for long, have them long enough, and then work on a solar option. But even these guys, all of these trees here are all leaning this way, coming and looking at them. So my guess is they're probably gonna have to come down too. And even this guy right here. So we may have to go back and cut out way more than I was expecting. But like we said, now is the time to do it. Better now than after we have power lines in, because I'm not taking those down and then going, oh look, it took out a power line, oops. I don't have the money to fix that mistake, so keep trucking along. More treasures. Looks like a little hummingbird nest. So bright and fresh in the spring. We'll make sure to get our hummingbird feeders over here and filled up. So this is our pile, our burn pile of brush so far.
the state of Tennessee, you cannot burn between October 15th and May 15th without a burn permit, which is really easy to go online and do. It is so dry around here right now, though. You can see all the dead grass that we wouldn't burn anyway. And then it's starting to sprinkle, and that just means it's the edge of the swamp the rest of the rain is coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're chopping up the last tree that they felled. I think we did 5 today. And then we can get that loaded real quick. There's a little pile of brush right there that I chopped. This is the tops of the trees that I'm keeping. Anything that's over or that's under 3 inches, we'll keep 3-inch diameter cover. Anything else, we will not worry about it. If anybody, you can hear the poor little underpowered chainsaw that we have over there. You know, Husqvarna, if you want to sponsor us at Home Depot or somebody, we could definitely use a bigger chainsaw. But that's also, you know, I'm not going to say, hey, I don't have a 24-inch chainsaw, so I'm not going to do anything. We do what we can with what we've got. That is the whole model of our life. And then over there, he put up the mower. He did quite a bit. I mean, all of that. There's a little patch right here, but he made all of this, everything that we're standing on here. And then we made a funny about crop circles because he just kept going in a circle. And then I made mention to my husband. I was like, well, you know, nobody's seen crop circles in like 20 years. What happened to them all? For a year or two for free. There's crop circles freaking everywhere, but now magically there's not crop circles anymore. So this is where we're at. This is our day. It is the sun round, I could guess. I'm gonna say 3 or 4. It was supposed to start raining around 3, so I'm gonna guess it's 3 o'clock. We've been out here since 9:30. So the 3 of us are pooped, and we're gonna get all this stuff picked up, put away with the wood that's in the back of the ladybug, put down at the other end on pallets, and then we're gonna end up going home and running the laser. And I'll have a little bit more sewing that I need to finish because Wednesday I had to run back up, so I didn't get in 8 hours worth of work on Wednesday, and since I still have product to do, I'm going to go home and work on that, and that's in the shed, so I can work on one side and the boys can work the laser on the other side. So that's right there, and finish up the day, and tomorrow it's only running 2, so we'll probably be in the laser all day. We've got a couple new products that we want to perfect. Our leather journals aren't perfect yet, and I actually bought a new thing to kind of, I don't know, add some coolness to it. So we're going to get those tried. And then we have leather koozies coming out. As of right now, we just made them probably about 1/8 of an inch too long, so that your drink doesn't stick inside them like they should. But we're going to go ahead and get those perfected today so that we can get those on the website this weekend.